Back, Dice Masters. Welcome back, Dice Masters fans. So we have got the team sheets. We have got our first player on stream from outside of North America. Guillermo comes to us from Spain. I talked about the international feel of the event before, and one of those players is at least one of those players is having a good level of success here at 2-0. 2 more wins, and he could possibly be in the top 8. So, yeah, it's exciting to see kind of what's made it this far. So Guillermo has some interesting stuff going on that we haven't seen a ton of on stream. He's got Scarecrow to prevent some attacks. He's got the Millennium Puzzle, which is just a phenomenal action card that is very, very good against singular large attackers. He's got Doom Caliber Knight, and Doom Cal was such a critical combo piece for the old decks that would use Relentless and Swords of Revealing Light, that they'd try and push through and then make sure not only could you not defend with your blockers, you couldn't defend by using globals on their characters through the use of Doom Cal's global. So really, really interesting to see what's going on. What will go on with these players. I believe that Ben is using a team, again, incredibly similar to what won at Salt Lake City, where he's got Bard, Elf Thief, Clay Golem, kind of the guys who have become this year's batch of the usual suspects.
But what I find interesting with his list is the choice not to run Cloud Kill and go to Imprison. Like, we're just seeing this back and forth, right?
Yeah. So some players are going to go one way, some are going to go the other. I guess it probably fits better within his perception of what cost curve he'd like. So that's an easy explanation on one hand. On the flip side, both are going to be available to both players because that's the nature of how the basic action cards work. Magic Missile's even in there. It's not the best character removal, but it also can deal damage to players. So it's a nice trade-off. Sometimes you get that last little ping or two of damage.
I also like that we're seeing 4 completely different basic actions. We have no repeat here.
Yeah, there's no repeat basic action dice here. So some of the time you're going to see people kind of race for those basic actions. I don't think that's going to be the case here, but Imprison could be pretty demanded. There's no discount on it. There's no Red Dragon. There's no Thousand Dragon. Both those globals let you pay a bolt and then get a discount of 2 on an action die. In the case of Red Dragon, there's damage. In the case of Thousand Dragon, you get to use them more than once.
Now, since neither are there, do you think Guillermo's going to have a hard time getting that puzzle?
Perhaps. It's going to be tough to ramp because of the Scarecrow that's at play. But if he can manage to get like Constantine, Oracle, Elf Thief going, it's going to give him the time he needs for Millennium Puzzle to go off. So we've mentioned this before. Who's the beatdown? And I think that Ben is the beatdown here, that Ben wants the game to end quickly, and Guillermo is more prepared to have a long game. So they're doing calling action or energy. So Guillermo called. So Guillermo's choosing to go first now. Oh, okay, yeah. So the visual and the audio kind of confused me there. So yeah, Guillermo called action. Ben rolled energy, and so now Ben will be choosing to go first. So let's see what Ben rolls. This initial roll could end up telling a lot of the story of this game. So 2 bolts, sidekick, shield.
There's a full reroll.
Full reroll. Okay, much better for him. So buys an Elf Thief and then passes. So he's moved his dice out of his reserve pool.
I believe they were both wilds.
Okay, they're both wilds. That's pretty big. So to have two wild go in there. Probably going to use them for PXG ramp, but that remains to be seen. So Guillermo's deciding what he'll be. So he's going to purchase an Elf Thief, and then Ben goes using Professor X twice. Okay, so big roll from Ben again. Full reroll from Ben. That's not that great for him.
He
okay.
did sit on 2 decent energy though.
Yeah, so he's got 2.
Now
Spends 1 to parallax. Really deeply unsatisfied with that roll of his. So Field's a sidekick, and he's got 3 masks, a wild, and a shield. I'm sensing oh no, there's not a Constantine on this team, so that's not so Elf Thief number 2.
Gives him ramp options at least.
Yeah, it gives him his ramp options, and so
denial.
Yeah. One of the things that players will quickly catch on to about Elf Thief is that it's not just what it does, but what it could do. So even if you think, better play the game a little bit differently so my opponent can't steal this energy, you're still putting yourself at a disadvantage. Granted, it's probably not the same disadvantage as getting the energy stolen, but it's a pretty big deal. Okay, so Guillermo is kind of weighing his options here as far as what he's gonna be spending energy on. You know, he's probably not too excited to keep energy around because so he's gonna buy a Bard, and then where's the rest of that energy gonna go for him?
I'm thinking for Professor X.
Could Professor X? Oh no, buys an Elf Thief.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense because he doesn't want to get all that energy stolen, and then he uses Resurrection. Yeah, really high quality Resurrection here. That exact mindset we talked about earlier. That hey, you want to have the ability to make sure your opponent doesn't have the energy to steal. You want to use globals on your own turn, and Resurrection might be the number 1 option for that. So with it. Yeah, so Ben's at 19. He's going to have some generic energy to work with, which is good news for him. But Ben doesn't have a win condition yet. He just got some efficient characters. He's probably hoping to get character faces on Elf Thief and convert the thieves into a Clay Golem. Got the 2 thieves to convert to a Clay Golem. Going to have a bunch of energy, but this may mark the end of big ramp in this game because Guillermo's going to start stealing the energy. Okay. So spending some energy by Ben for that could be Bard. Ooh, imprisoned. Ooh boy. He knows where he wants to go with this. I mean
So there's the fabrication.
There's the fabricate.
And a pass.
And playing some games with among friends, we had joked 2, 4, 6, 8 Iron Fist and Fabricate, but it turned out to not be Iron Fist for this. It turns out to be Elf Thief instead as the market maker.
That being said, playing around with Iron Fist and Fabricate is so funny just because you get effectively everything into prep.
Oh yeah, it's just like okay, boop. let's move it all over.
I would have loved to have seen that here.
Yeah, I mean. He really hates on the direct damage from characters, and that has not been a part of this year's metagame at Worlds.
Very true.
It's just gonna, like many things, it's gonna flow in and out as the hate on it does. Yeah, the funny thing is when organized play, the Scarecrow from Legion of Doom came out, it was kind of like, oh, so what? Like he stops some things like Zarina attacking, but there's probably better things to stop that. And then kind of the new cards come along, and then oh wait, now we care about this guy. And I think it's one of the fantastic things to see in what Mike and Eric have done with the game.
Now it's single parallax.
Yeah, now single parallax. Ooh, yep, that's what he wanted. Ben's going to get rocked out of some energy here.
He does not have any energy to field, however.
Oh,
so the thieves.
No. So thieves cost energy and just okay. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for his sake that there was something underneath the WizKids logo that I was missing there.
Well, even heard him just groan when he realized it.
Yeah, no matter what country you're from, that dissatisfied sound is pretty similar.
And there's a taunt to the Bard.
Oh.
So
Guillermo is in a bad spot to try and catch up from. So so Ben took 1 from Bard. He's taking 1 from 1 damage from not having enough dice in his bag to draw. and he's rolling so many dice. So, yeah, so we've almost every single time we've seen Elf Thief at this event, we've seen him get fielded for free because you can field Elf Thief for free if you could pay for him. But instead, Guillermo was stuck with that energy, and he had that sidekick die that he really needed to come up as an energy. Really, really rough. On the flip side, Ben's field is getting pretty enormous, and Imprisoned or Cloud Kill could make a pretty big splash. So, see the purchase of a Bard. So now there's a win condition available for Ben, and
another fabrication.
Going to fabricate again for Clay Golem. Make sure that those elf thieves are going to put in some work.
I don't know about you, but this seems fairly one-sided at the moment.
It's looking kind of one-sided here, and it's rough times for Guillermo. But there might be some angle that he's able to get to that we haven't seen yet. It's rough because all of his purchased dice are in his used pile. The only thing he can do is field sidekicks, and Imprisoned can wipe them all out. Even if not Imprisoned, the energy could come up for Ben to use the Magic Missile Global.
But at the same time, maybe Guillermo tries to get Magic Missiles and question marks to give him the option of magically missiling or Professor Xing, depending.
So if Guillermo, if Guillermo gets what he needs here, he might have a way to deal with that Bard. But it might, from a probability standpoint, be better off for him to just hope that Ben gets bad rolls, and that he needs to hope for that scenario.
So looks like
buy based on it and see if he can get there.
Looks like Guillermo's decided to play it safe and use up all of his energy, as he's done a single prof and a res. Now this could be a very big roll for Ben.
This is a huge roll for Ben. I'd put the odds of Ben winning based on this roll at about 75%, and I think
2 thieves and a Bard came up. Noting they're currently behind the symbols, but they'll come back.
Yeah, that appears, like, estimating the math, that appears to be a game.
As he also kept a bolt to take out that sidekick.
Yeah, that's...
and there's a golem for good measure.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial. So he can field the thieves. Oh no, he's going to pay first.
Yep.
Fields that. Fields the 2 thieves for free. Pays for Bard.
Chooses Imprisoned over Magic Missile.
Imprisons the sidekick, and Ben is going to swing for a game. So, you know, we saw that some roles dictated last match, some roles dictate this match, but no matter what, event after event, we're seeing a lot of the same players achieve a high level of success. And it goes to show that even though there may be some luck involved with Dice Masters, like many games, practice, skill, dedication are all things that are going to get you places.
All right, so guys, we'll be finishing this up and coming back in a little bit with the next round. Okay.